Hello and welcome to this review for the game Turning Tides. A few things. This is a prototype. The game isn't officially available yet, so it is possible that the eventual version might be slightly different in artwork or rules, but probably nothing major. I think the game is about what it is. If it's not the final version, then it's very close to the final version. So that it's also live on Kickstarter right now when I'm making this video. So if you're watching this while the campaign is still live, you can use the link in the description if you would like to support this game. If the link is no longer there, then you're watching this more into the future and the campaign is finished. And let's hope it was a success, so this game is now a reality. Yeah, so let's get to it. Maybe a little backstory. One of the designers of this game, there's three designers, and one of them is named Rick, and I know Rick personally. Rick has never made a board game. So what happens to me is that I get these little sweat beads on my forehead thinking, is this actually going to be something? Or is this going to be a project by someone who likes board games and comes up with an idea with friends and they try it and they love it and then they take it to the real world and it's like, yeah, guys, this is more your thing. No, I can swipe the sweat off my forehead. This is an actual game. Rick and his two friends managed it. They made a real game. It works. It's fun. It's good. So yeah, I'm happy about that. So good job, Rick and the two friends. If you would like to see anything from this game, the components or how to play it, please watch one of the other two videos I made. It shows everything, and within 10 minutes you'll know how to play it completely. Because it's not a very complicated game. It's strictly for two players, no solo, no more than two. It's one-on-one, two pirate ships at sea fighting it out. Normally I don't have that much of a click with pirate-themed games, but yeah, I enjoyed this. It seems to be that I'm a bit of a fan of planning and executing, like Cold Express, Robo Rally, Game of Thrones, the board game, of course, my #1 favorite game. That's planning and executing. That's a really long game. This one is fast. It's quite fast paced. It's pick a card. You have your hand of cards. Pick one, play it, reveal it, and execute it. And next one, you move the ships closer to each other. So yeah, I did enjoy it. Also, the components were much bigger than I expected them to be. It's not that they're huge, but I thought they might be like smaller boards, but no, they were a bit bigger. The components, especially the mast, is quite a big object in the game. So that was nice. It made everything perfectly clear. So yeah, and especially that element of constantly moving the ships, having them pass each other, and when they've passed, you turn them around, which causes, of course, the cannons that you have placed on the ship that were facing toward the ship will now be facing the other way. Or you may have planned it ahead quite well to put the cannon facing the other way, and when you turn the ships around, they'll be facing the enemy ship. So I enjoyed that. It's nice that the cards are language independent. It doesn't say anything on the cards. The only thing of language that needs to be in the game is the rule book, but the game itself has no language, so you can play it anywhere in the world and just explain it to them based on the pictures of the cards. The cards also have, when you play the game, there's a hierarchy card. So which card goes first, which card goes second. That's really nice because, of course, the most powerful thing to do is fire a cannon at the other player, and that's all the way at the bottom. So you have to hope that the sailor that fires the cannon is not removed by the other player. So yeah, I had a really nice time playing with this game, and I think it does deserve. They're not asking for that much actually, and I think they deserve it. So yeah, have a look if you like. And let me be honest, there were a few things I wasn't quite sure about. One of them is the captain. There are two types of crew members in this game. That's sailors and one captain. The captain isn't allowed to shoot a cannon. The captain isn't allowed to swing to the other ship and just kick one crew member off. But if you lose the captain, it costs you an action to upgrade a sailor that is on the ship to captain. The sailors are infinite, but there can be only one captain on the ship, and you can upgrade one of the sailors. But I'm not quite sure what the figure of the captain has to offer. The captain has no other function than being the person who has the title of the captain. And right now, the captain's only advantage is that it's one extra crew member on board of the ship. And one of the goals, you can either try to destroy the other ship, or you can try to get rid of all the crew that's on the ship. If you have a captain, then you have at least one more crew member on the ship. But is that worth it? So yeah, I'm not sure if they would like to keep it that way. Of course, I have ideas for what should be possible, but I think a lot of people surrounding them had ideas of how to change things. It's up to the designer. And the other thing was, as I've said, the ships pass each other, which I think is a very nice element. The ships are completely in theme. The boards have this wave edge, so it's not just functional, but it's also in theme with the waves. Very well done. They pass each other, and as I've said, you take a card from the deck and you use that to play. When you've played a card, you put it on the discard pile and you never get it back for the round. As long as the ships are still going, you've not have to turn them around yet, then you can't touch the discard pile. The cards are gone forever. There's only one card, the wait card. The wait card basically means do nothing. That is the card that you get to take back in your hand. So the thing is, if you and the other player are forced to, or you really make the own choice to play the cards that you have, and you have to put them on the discard pile, then at some point you will have no more new cards to play. You're left with one card, that's the wait card, that you play, take back, play, take back. If that happens to you, or maybe you and the other player, there's just nothing left to do. Well, maybe it's even better if it's just two players, because then you can say, okay, the round is over, let's just flip these ships. But it's a bit odd. It's a bit like normally you finish a round completely. In this game, it's possible to just say, well, we're both pretty much done with this round, nothing left to do, so let's end it and flip the ships and start a new round. It's a possibility, but that was a bit of an odd moment. And if you're the only one left with just one card, then, well, there's nothing else to do but watch and see yourself get possibly destroyed. Yeah, so those were two things. What exactly does the captain have to offer besides being more than just an extra crew member on the ship? And yeah, I don't really see a solution for it. I do get why they came up with you don't get to take your cards back, but you can't just be done with the round before the round is actually over. Anything else? Yeah, the game, like I've said, you take a card. That means there is an element of luck in the game, but since you at the end of each round you do have the possibility to exchange cards, so you have some influence of what is in your deck to begin with. So yeah, it's a bit of luck and definitely a bit of strategy. Either way, I'm very happy that this is a real game. It's working, and yeah. And besides that, I even had fun with it. I played it a couple of times since receiving it, and I have enjoyed. It does have that element of sort of that you get annoyed, like, oh, I really want to get this card. Why is this card not coming? But to me personally, that's part of the fun as well. Everything looks nice. It is a good game. So yeah, nothing left to say. I hope maybe it interests you enough to support it on Kickstarter when the campaign is still going. And thank you very much for watching this review, and I hope to see you for the next one.